I'm 680 News Senior Business Editor Mike Eppel. What's in a name? Well, if you've got the pot ticker symbol on the Canadian markets, there's apparently a lot of money in that designation. This was the first day of trading for Weekend Unlimited after winning the lottery for the pot ticker symbol. We learned that Weekend Unlimited last week was going to change from its previous designation of YOLO, as the tiny BC-based cannabis company said that it was figuring it would see a lot of attention, and indeed it did get that from investors today, as shares of the company have tripled since it was revealed that the ticker symbol winner would be this company, and it's still trading at about 36 cents per share. But nevertheless, the trading volume was well north of 25 million shares today, by far the most actively traded stock on the Canadian financial markets. Meantime, should the Canadian government consider lowering taxes on legal weed? This is something that's being considered in California, a temporary tax reduction, trying to stamp out the black market, bring those prices between legal and illegal cannabis closer together. It follows some studies out of Washington indicating that if you indeed bring prices down, then that could be a benefit to the legalized market. The federal government, for its part, telling the Globe and Mail today it is not considering reducing the excise tax, which currently stands at $1 per gram, plus, of course, HST. Well, General Motors confirmed today more job cuts, in this case in its office staffing. 4,000 plus jobs to go in the white-collar workforce. Not so many in Canada, more so in the United States and globally for the automaker, which of course has previously announced plans to close 5 North American assembly lines, including the one in Oshawa. And Unifor, the union that operates at the Oshawa plant, ignoring a cease and desist order from GM Canada's legal team to pull an ad that it ran during the Super Bowl, which called General Motors Canada basically ungrateful and un-Canadian for announcing the plan to shut down Oshawa after previously getting a bailout from both the Canadian and U.S. governments. A new bank coming to the Canadian marketplace this spring. It's called Modus Bank. This is the venture by Meridian Credit Union, Ontario's largest credit union. They're branching out in a digital format only in all provinces, with the exception of Quebec. Bill Moran is the president and CEO of Meridian Credit Union, explaining how Modus Bank will be different.
Intuitive, simple, empowered digital experiences where it's simple to navigate through screens, simple to get what you need. It's about a full-service retail digital bank, mortgages in a digital form, very competitive prices and fees, and it's just about a feeling you get from interacting with the website. You know, it's targeted to upper-end millennials, young families, young mortgage families, and everything's designed to appeal heavily to those segments.
Now, as that is going to be another option for mortgage holders, we're looking at a continued slowdown for the Canadian real estate market. Some data points in today out of Vancouver showed the slowest January for sales in Canada's second largest real estate market in 10 years. Just over 1,000 transactions in the first month, and that was down close to 40% compared to a year ago. Prices down 4.5% overall. Toronto's real estate numbers will be in later this week. And what would Apple do with $145 billion in cash in the bank? That's what Apple is estimated to have right now. It is a cash generation machine, and JP Morgan floated the idea today that Apple needs to diversify from its current holdings, maybe through acquisition. It could buy, for example, Netflix and get some video streaming content. Also in the video game space with Activision Blizzard or Sonos, the speaker company. All of those stocks that JP Morgan mentioned were up anywhere from 2 to 8% today, and Apple was up by 2% as well. From the 680 newsroom, I'm Mike Eppel for City News.